welcome to my 20th class and 20th chapter for MySQL. Um, so we were actually trying to go through this MySQL, and we were trying to get some knowledge on MySQL. So here this is our 20th chapter, and we are like half the way, not the half of the way, but plenty of things to be more. But this is more of a tutorial point of view, because the reason we were not able to run all the SQL queries, so I'll put it as a tutorial, because the rest which didn't ran is for your homework. I thought of putting it professional level, but not all SQL queries are running, right? So okay, so here what we'll do here is, in the 20th chapter we have string operations. Okay, so we used this before, few of them we used, okay, not all of them, few of them we used, but we never knew what it was. Now it's telling us in 20th chapter. Good. So ASCII, so there's no example here, we just theoretical point of view, so we just have some look here. Return value of leftmost character, okay. Bin, binary representation of a number, okay. Bit length, return length of arguments. Char, we know this char, we use lot. Character, the character for integer class, we can use up to double digits, so character length, we never used it, but we can we can use the length of the character. And the character length, synonym for character length, okay. Concat, a concat is used to it's like appending, you are appending one string to another string, so that's a concat. With separator, that is WS. ELT, return restriction index number. Export set, so you have all this handout, right? So you can also view this. I'm just repeating this since you can get some idea here. So export, it exports, we will not use this. Export underscore set. Field, return the index. So these things are used in more in the admin level, okay. We are going in the admin level. See this MySQL, right? This is a very, it's an ocean. MySQL is an ocean. So how you, this is only basics we are covering. The reason, because admin point of view it's different, developer point of view it's different, tester point of view it's different, and again architect point of view it's different, scrum master point of view is different. So there are so many levels of access. So all this we are just discussing here. This is a tutorial kind of thing, but in real time, if you're in corporate environment, you may not use all of this at once, because the access level constraint will be there, okay. So it's only good to know. It's good to know, and it's kind of thing, MySQL a little bit, so that would help you out. Okay, so your field, return to the index. Find in set, return the second argument, okay. Format, have the format of specify number of decimal places, and from base 64 decode to base 64 string and return result. Now this is admin level mostly. Hex, hexadecimal representation, okay. Insert, so we did insert, right? So insert, but this insert is a little different from what you're clear. It's same actually, but here you have brackets here. I was trying to substring with this character. So in string, yeah, this is very important. This is in string, we didn't discuss this. In string and substring, there are two functions in SQL. Just return index of the first occurrence of the substring. That's a good. This, I've given an example of this. This is a very important thing actually. In string and substring, right? Whenever you have this string, let's say, let's take this example here, or here. let's say if I take my name auto, right, in string, if you're using those, it determines this first value of this character actually. So right, it's kind of complex, but it's supposed to give some examples so that we would have understood a little more better. So okay, we will see if there's a lot more to go, so we'll see if there is an example. L case, yeah, lower case, left, return to left outermost of the characters, length, return to length of a string in bytes, like operator, we see like operator. These are functions, okay, so we have used some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Load file, you can also load file, okay, just like you can use MySQL as a calculator, scientific calculator. Similarly, you can also load file with this, so you can do a lot more things. Locate, to locate of the substring. Oh yeah, just substring. Similar when you're using those substring, right? Oh wait, right? You can locate, if you're using a string, so this is kind of string, right? You can locate and find out. This is useful when you're trying to particular value in the string. Okay, so you will be so lower, return the argument in lowercase. LPAD, so you are adding a 0 for the left specified. Normally it's a 0. But it's like padding is kind of, you're adding a zeros to this. LPAD, RPAD, there's two things actually, LPAD, RPAD. Appending, you're actually appending with the zeros, so specified string. So LTrim, there's two things actually, LTrim and RTrim. Remove the spaces. If there are any spaces, you want to trim it, so that's something. Make set, okay, you can do this corresponding in the big set. And match, perform full test, okay, you want to perform it. And mid, return substring from a specified position, not like. Okay, we can see if you're using like operator, we can also use not like, so it's opposite of like. So not regular expression, or regularly experience regular expression. So we'll go through this regular expression actually. This is more detail into next pages actually, but I'm not sure this works here because it's an online thing, and we have limited access. Octal, OCT is the octal representation of a number. OCT length, how much length you want. ORD is return of leftmost character of an argument. Position, synonym for, yeah, you can use position, locate. Now quote, you can use escape in SQL. RE, regex, pattern matching using regular expression. These are the functions. Okay, these are the functions, and we'll see. I don't think we will be using all this in this class, but it's good to know. Okay, it's good to know that we are having this. So in MySQL. Repeat the string of the times. Replace the occurrence of the string. Reverse, you can reverse characters in a string. And write, return this, right? R like. Oops, this is blocking it. Yeah. Synonym for, okay, regular expression that is similar to regular expression. So RPAD, you said, right? LPAD and RPAD, here you append this specified number of string. Normally zeros, but yeah, so RTrim is remove trading spaces. SoundX, return as SoundX. Go if you have sound, you can use that too. This is for good for multimedia companies. If you are working with multimedia companies, you use this kind of functions. Otherwise, no one uses such kind of functions actually. So, but if multimedia companies working like something like YouTube and all those things, you'll be using this lot. So sound likes, compare the sound. Space, return the strings of the space. String, compare the two strings. Substring, yeah, you see this, right? Substring and this, these are important. As specified, substring is ups. These are both similar things. substring index. If you're using this index to base 64 converted to 64, trim, okay, you can use the trim uppercase. You have this lowercase and uppercase synonym for upper. You add hex, it turns this hex presentation of number, upper converts to uppercase. See, we can take an example here actually. Let's see. I'm just looking at it. Select star from. We have tools. We have a lot of people, right? Let's see. Oh, sorry. We cannot run this until we have database. So, you know what? We can use this. See, let's say even if I'm not using any database, I'll use udemy underscore test. And run this query. So I'm supposed to be in this database, right? Okay, but I don't know. But select start from tools. I hope it will use him another address. Yeah. See, this thing didn't work. When you're using database, when I'm trying to use this, right? Use udemy database. Udemy underscore test is supposed to work. Normally in environment it will work, and here also says like it worked, but it's never worked actually. So that's a problem. Okay, you want to select this one, so okay, now we are in this database. Okay, now what you do is select star from tools. Let's find out what's this. Once you go ahead and see this, you have a lot of things here, right? What we're trying to do here is upper. Let's say if you want all this in upper, so what I'll do here is tool. You have this tool, right? Sorry, you have this tool. Okay, now let's see what it gives. It gives only the column which is 2. Now I want all this in uppercase, so what I'll do here is upper, okay, put in brackets. Let's find out what's happening. You see here upper. The similar way you can work for lower, all things becomes lower. See, everything is. So that's the point of using all these functions actually. Okay, so again this I'm using only select statement here, so technically nothing is getting converted. It is only visual. It's just a visualization for you. Here you are using a function called upper, right? And tools. It's just a visualization for you that everything is showing as upper, but technically the table is actually have the same records what they have. You're doing nothing there actually. The same way you can do for all this. Okay, but we are not going to do all this. The reason because we'll try ASCII. You know what? You can try ASCII. I don't know what does it use, but this is weird. Yeah, 72, 80, 75. This thing actually what it did is it just converted all into ASCII values. So okay, let's not worry about everything. You can also do length. Let's say I want to do for length ngth length of that, and see what happens. It gives length of the character. Okay, so it's good to know. We'll just don't want to use much of those, but oh yeah, I had to use this length. Okay, good. So we'll go to the next section. This is 20.1 length. We just use length, right? That shows the character. Now I know this length, but I want to know what is exactly the you know the data into that and see what I'm trying to do. So let's find out what I'm trying to do. Okay, all right. Now let's see. Yes. Just put it in length. Okay. Alright, this query works pretty well. So now what's happening? So what I'm trying to see here, length is 1 2 3 plus 3 is 6. So it's giving the length of the character. You see this length flyers 3 plus 3 is 6. Oh yeah, knife 3 plus 2 is 5. So screwdriver. Yeah, I guess even if you're using the spaces, I guess that also will take as a length. So you're trying to see the length. That's what it's, the length means. They didn't give an example here, but that's what it is. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, these guys actually give some example. Okay, good. So let's go to the char length, that is character length. All right. So what we'll do here is char lng. What's the function is? Oops, sorry. Char length. It does the same thing. I guess we'll do the same thing. It's actually synonym for this, character length. So yeah, see here, the same thing, but the way you use will be different if you're for different reason. If you're here, the length, this is for character, so that's why it's a character. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Next section is hex string. So here it converts into hexadecimal. So let's find out. Just put as hex here. Let's see what it does. It converted this this character into hexadecimal. I don't know how it does. This algorithm inside it, and it converts it. So that's how it does. Okay, so that's what this function does. Okay, Hexa string. Substring. Let's find out what the substring does. Oh, I'm not giving you handouts here. So I should be giving you handouts. Okay. No handouts. Too bad. Here hex. Just use query is important. See, if you want to practice, there's no example here, right? But you want to know how to use it. So here again, substring. We'll use a substring. Should be on purpose. And we'll use substring here and see if this is working or not. Oops, we made some mistake here. So the way the usage of this substring is a little different, so that's the reason it gave some error. So here you want to give some string here and then start position. Okay, so oh, this is not putting the end of it, so right. Okay, and I cannot move this page to next. Okay, so here, okay, good. Okay. Substring you want to give as here as a string and next as a position. So example here is, okay, the string you want to give, comma, the number. Okay, so here the string, let's say I'm giving the string as, I don't know, my name. I'll use my name. Okay, and what I'm trying to say is, why don't you search for third character, means third position of that string. Okay, and that's it. I don't think we need this on, but okay, so let's find out. Sorry, this is not supposed to be there. We don't want this. Oh, its substring does not exist. How interesting. So substring doesn't exist here in this case. So, wow. It's supposed to be there actually, but doesn't exist. Wow. So that's bad, because this is very important, substring. If you want to select you can do that. For example, here they are giving here. So normally the syntax is substring, the string name, okay, in the start position, which position, and the length of the string. Okay, so this is the syntax. It's quite complicated, but if you practice it, you get used to it actually. So this query, just copy and paste, and I don't think it works, but let's find out. Yeah, you have error in syntax, check the manual. Okay, there is no concept of substring. Okay, this is supposed to work, but okay, upper and lower, we saw upper and lower, right? Okay. The next section, we'll go to the next section, string to date. So to convert string to date, that's a very good thing. So here what you'll do here is, you use this function str to date. So we'll use this one. So we'll not use this. So converting string to date. So this is the query. And since my table is still there, is it there? My table. Oh yeah, so this query is supposed to work. So what we are using here is this function string to date from my field date, my date field. It's too bad. There is no my field column here. This is supposed to be the date column, but there is no date column. Too bad. Okay. So is there any date column for, but let's try it. I don't think this will work, but let's try it. Yeah, this will not work, because there should be a date column. Let's find out if we have a date column in this one. The date column is a little different. There is no date column, too bad. Indexes, metrics, you should have created date columns. So whenever you create a date column, so you used to there's a date function, right? So it's not there in this too. So that's what it does. I mean, it see, this is a string, it converts into date, the field name you give, and you change it to month, date, year from the table. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to work. So this is to convert. So this is a little bit confusing actually, because if you have a string such as 0 1 0 0 1 0 3 9 9 9, that means the year, you want to convert that string into this particular data from that table. Let's see if we have this table actually. Let's find out if we can work it out with something else. Oops, it's not supposed to go there. Okay. So let's just comment this and see. Select star from my table and see what's there in it. See, the problem is these are not dates, right? See, these are varchar, so variable character. There is also a date. We didn't create a date column, so that's the bad. So that's the reason, it's hard to convert. Let's try then. Let's try it if it works. So we uncomment it and see this field name and username. We'll just try this username, but that's not appropriate. But still, we do see if it gives an error. Straight away throws an error because it's not a date column. The table doesn't exist. My table, okay. Now let's see. Oh, it did. So what happened was, since you're trying to convert, okay, so this query is legitimate, that means query is good, but the only problem with this query is you don't have date column, so everything returned as null. The string is supposed to be in numbers like something like 12, 1, 2, that means month, and the year is like 0, 5, something like that, those numbers. So that's supposed to be a date column. That's the reason it was not able to convert and show as null. Okay, makes sense. I mean, it makes sense for me because it's not able to convert it to that month, date, and year, because that string is not a date column. It's a varchar, variable character. You have to remember all these functions, right? Integers. There's integer, big integer, mini integer, all those things. So when you're using date functions, it has to be, that column has to be a date column. So that's not a date column. Okay. So we use this. Go to the next section. That is lower case and uppercase. We use this. Replace. You can replace to. Let's find out. Replace. So what you're doing here is you are trying to replace this. So you're supposed to be in table actually. Okay. Convert string from string to string. So okay, this replace is funny. It's supposed to replace with bar this to uppercase bar, right? This is bar, we have, that's the reason we get this comma and all those things, right? But here it's not able to do that. Maybe this they don't have this replace function in this. So but it's supposed to replace it. Okay, So never mind. This is an online query, so all these queries are not working here. So there's a problem. If you have this download MySQL and you can do this, so should work. If it doesn't work, then you have to have admin access. Admin access should work in all those things. And most probably you will be working on this table, so you should be on the tables actually. But since these doesn't require tables to use, but still supposed to work. Okay, so find element in comma separated list. Okay, so find set, that's the function. Let's see what it happens. So you're using the function called find. So this is the set what I'm giving, okay, and I'm trying to tell that find B in ABC. What it does. So 2. That means it's giving the length and saying that it's 2 here. It is. Okay. So what will I do if I put C and B here? Very interesting. Let's find out. We're supposed to show 3, I guess. Here. So it's actually getting that position of that particular value, this character. Okay, it's getting this position in the character. So yeah, if you give D, D, then it shows nothing, 0, because it was not able to find anything. Okay, so this is SQL. So these are the functions where we don't discuss all the, we didn't discuss all of the functions, but we just put functions SQL. If you have time, you go ahead and you can go ahead and see these functions, how does it work, and you can do your own R&D on this to do it. So that's pretty much, I guess, for this. So that's the end of this 20th chapter. So we'll move to the next class, to the next lecture, and I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.